Alright, so this is the March 31st, 2025 New York Times Sudoku, the hard level. I'm trying to post these videos every day, hopefully, again. I've got a slightly different way of solving these Sudoku puzzles when compared to, other Sudoku solvers. And, maybe I'll share my 5-step method over time, or maybe I'll have a dedicated video for it. But I feel like this technique is different, but it's easy, and any classic Sudoku puzzle should be able to be solved relatively easily. So the way I go about, my very first step is just filling out all the candidate numbers in all the empty cells. The way I do it is I go to the pencil mark, and then so ones can't be here, ones can't be here, ones can't be here. So ones will be here, and if ones are here and here, and they've got to be here. Because ones are here and here, and these are ones potentially. Ones are here. Now if ones cannot be here, then ones can be here. Then if ones cannot be here, then ones can be here. And then here ones can be anywhere. Let's go to 2. Same thing. 2's cannot be here, so all these could have 2's. 2's cannot be here and here, so 2's can be here. 2's cannot be here, so 2's can be here. 2's cannot be here, which means 2's can be here. 2's cannot be here and here, so these can be 2's. 2's cannot be in the middle row, so these are 2's potentially. And then in this last cell, 2's can be anywhere. Now let's do 3's. Okay, looks like I'll have a few 3's solved. So 3's cannot be here and here, so 3's can be here. 3 cannot be there, so well, maybe I just spoke too soon. We'll see. If 3's cannot be here, 3's can be here. If 3's cannot be here and here, oh, except 3's cannot be there. Yeah, I definitely spoke too soon. Alright, let's go to 4. 4, 4, and 4. 4's cannot be in the middle column, so 4 here. Top row and middle column, so 4's here. Top row and middle column, so 4's here. Middle column, so 4's could be anywhere. Middle column, so 4's could be here. Alright, and that's a 4. Let's look at 5. Top row, which means these could be 5. Top row, and this could be 5. Top row, 5. Top row and the middle, so 5. First column, so 5 could be here. Middle column, so 5 could be here, and then 5 could be anywhere here. Six. Alright, so let's start here. Top row, the middle, which means this. And if 6's can be here, cannot be here, and 6's cannot be here, though these are 6's. And then same here, so it's here in the middle column, these have to be 6's. In the middle row, and this, which means this. So 6 cannot be in this column or in this column, so it's gotta be here. So 6 cannot be in the middle row, so this is 6. Then the top, 6 can be anywhere. Alright, 7. Let's do middle row, except 7 cannot be in this column over here. Let's look 7 here. Alright, 7 cannot be in the middle. 7 can be anywhere here. Alright. So got 8. Let's see if I can fill anything. I want to finish a number. So 8 cannot be here, here, or here, or here. So these are 8s. 8 cannot be here or here. So these are 8. Look, but if 8s are here, then 8 cannot be here. So take that 8 out. That means that's a hard 8. I'm putting that in. Let's look here. 8 cannot be here or here. So these have to be 8. Again, not on the bottom row, not in the middle column. So these are 8s. Same here, middle. All right. Okay. So got 9. 9's got to be here or here. Same here. 9 cannot be in the bottom row or here. So these are 9s. Bottom row in the middle. So these are 9s. Middle column. So these are 9s. This cannot be a 9. So 9's got to be here. All right. So typically what I do is I also check it. So all my pencils are correct. Now what I do, I look for cells with just one number in it. I'll start here. So that's a 2. I'll put it, got it. Yeah, I put a 2 there. That's a 2. Okay. I typically go with 1. I start with 1. So that's a 1 right there. Good. That's the only one over there. Good. We just check 2. Let's do 3. There's a 3 over there, a 3 over here. Because those are the only cells where a 3 could be in that quadrant of 3 by 3. That's good. Let's do 4. Bam, bam, bam. All right. 5. Let's look at 5. Nothing. 6. So once you start doing this, you start recognizing patterns, right? Like look at that. That's a 6. Cool. And I can also do the 9 because see a 9 right there. Good. Let's do a 7 again. 7. Oh yeah, there's 1 7 right there. Look at 8. No single 8s. So 9. Alright. Okay, let's do 1 again. So 1 8 and 1 8. That's interesting. So typically that's a double pair, right? So if I have 1 8 and 1 8 over here, which means in that particular column or row, I cannot have 1 or 8 anywhere in this cell because those two cells must have 1 and 8, right? So in the last column, if I look for 1 or 8 over there now, 1 or 8 over there, so I'm good with 1 or 8. So it's a technique that I follow as well. It's called a double player elimination. Okay, let's look at 2. Now all I'm doing is I'm just going through again, making sure that I don't miss any obvious ones. Oh look, see, this is what I meant. So that's the only cell that can be a 2. I missed that, so I make a 2 there. Did that affect anything? No. Okay, 3, 4. I'm getting used to my tablet now. Like I used to do it on my phone and was better with catching things, but getting started on a tablet here. So sometimes it just takes time. 6. Don't see any isolated 6s. Okay, so now what do we do? Let's keep looking, alright? So ideally we need to find these double pair type situations, or double pairs, or or triple threes, items like that. That's a double pair, 4 and 5, but everything else is filled out, so that's good. So I actually think, well, according to my theory at least, um, the complexity of a Sudoku keeps increasing until like the pivotal point where you're struggling to find that one last number, after which numbers start to just fill themselves up. So I may be at that point, but before I say that for sure, I'm just trying to see if I'm missing anything. It's like 1 8 1 8 ones. So there are some obvious things that I shouldn't be missing. Twos. Look at 3, 3, 3, 3. Got 4. I feel like I'm definitely missing something. Super obviously. 5, 5, 6. Oh, look, this is what I meant. So let's look at the first 3 rows, right? So 6 can be in these 3 cells right there, and in these 2 cells right there, which means this column is eliminated and this column is eliminated, which means 6 can only be there. I make that a 6. If I make that a 6, that becomes a 6, right? This is what I meant by, missing something obvious. So 6, let's look at 7. We don't have any 7s. Let's look at 8 and 9. The thing is, whenever you find this, a fit, there may be something else that might have opened up because of that, and now you kind of have to check everything all over. So I got 1, nothing on my 1s. So I got 2s, nothing. Oh, there you go. That's a single 2 right here. So if that's a single 2, that's a single 2. So I've got a single 3 open up now, so that's a single 3. Okay. Got a single 4 open up now. So single 4, it's a single 4. That's a single 4. That's a single 4. Now I've got a single 5 open up. That's a single 5, single 5. Let's look at sixes. I don't see any sixes. No obvious sevens. I don't see obvious eights. Oh, I'm so stupid, aren't I? Look at this. If that's a solid 8, which means I can't have penciled an 8 over here, right? I don't know why that wasn't caught. Could mean that I may have made a mistake. I don't know. We'll see. 9. It's just validating. Okay, so far everything's good. That's alright. Let's look at 1 again. Okay, this is another obvious one. So if you look at just the first row, right, in the last set of 3, that's a 7 9, right, and that's a 7 9, which means that 7 or 9 cannot be here. So let me take out the 7. Let me take out the 9 as well. Can't have a 9 here either, right? Sorry about that. Just burped. Did I screw this up? No. So 1 1, which means that's the one. Right. That's a 1. Okay. And that's a 5. So 5 5 5 5. Good. 9 9 9 9. See, I think we are on the downslope now. 7. Unless I terribly screwed things up. That's actually a little too long. That's partly because I'm talking to you guys as well as trying to solve it. I usually solve somewhere in the sub 10 mark, and I'm also getting used to the interface. But at least it was a good Sudoku. So thanks for joining me.